Well, I took a trip every summer down to Mississippi to visit my granny in her mellow world. I run barefooted all day long, climbing trees free as a song. One day I happened to catch myself a squirrel. Well, I stuffed him down in an old shoebox, punched a couple of holes in the top. When Sunday came, I sunk him into church. I was sitting way back in the very last pew, showing him to my good buddy Hugh, when the squirrel got loose and went totally berserk. What happened next is hard to tell. Some thought it was heaven and others thought it was hell, but the fact was that something was plain to see. As the choir sang, I surrender all. The squirrel ran up, arms cover all. He lifted his feet and something hold on to me. Yow! The day the squirrel went berserk in the first self-righteous church in the sleepy little town of Pascagoula. It was a fight for survival that broke out in revival. They were jumping pews and shouting hallelujah. When Harv hit the aisles, dancing and screaming through the religion, one Harv thought he would wheelie loose and sprittaloo. He fell to his knees and fled and begged, and the squirrel ran out with Rich's leg, unobserved in the room. And way down the men pew, his sister sat, versed better than you, who watched all, committed sadistically. But you should have seen the look in her eyes when the squirrel jumped her and crossed her thighs, and she jumped, and Lord mercy on me. As the squirrel made laps in her dress, she began to cry and began to confess. And Sailor blushed with shame. She told the gossip of church dissension, but things got the most attention when she talked about her love life, and then she started naming names. The squirrel went berserk in the first self-righteous church in the sleepy little town of Pascagoula. It was a fight for survival that broke out in revival. They were jumping pews and shouting hallelujah. Well, 7 deacons and Patrick got saved, and $25,000 got raised, and 50,000 volunteered in the Congo. And it was an invitation. There are at least 500 recommendations, and they all got rebaptized, whether they needed it or not. Now you heard the stories, I guess, the part of the waters of Moses and Pat, and the miracles God has brought us to the world. But the one I remember to my dying day is how that church, back to its narrow way, was a half-case Mississippi squirrel. The day the squirrel went berserk in the first self-righteous church in the sleepy little town of Pascagoula. It was a fight for survival that broke out in revival. They were jumping pews and shouting hallelujah. The day the squirrel went berserk in the first self-righteous church in the sleepy little town of Pascagoula. It was a fight for survival that broke out in revival. They were jumping pews and shouting hallelujah.